But this is an interesting thing. So, Josh, if you want to speak on this, because you could drive through. I mean, I'm from an area where there's a bunch of small towns, and there it might be 15 years from now before they're even going to start the conversation. They've got a system in place. They put it in 10, 15, or 30 years ago, whatever it was. You can't really just go knock on their door because they're just simply not ready, even if they clearly need it. There's not even an engineer on staff that can have the conversation. It's sort of what it sounds like.
No, typically there's got to be some type of a problem that we're reacting to that gets some kind of activity going. There's an odor concern. You know, when you start having homes encroaching on a wastewater treatment plant, you know, a lot of the homeowners don't really like the odors, and so that's one of the things that the Clean Bee can do is eliminate odors. There's got to be some kind of prompt in order to get either our rep or an engineer to go to that facility in order to start the problem-solving solution. Right? They've got to start with some kind of a problem. Right.
And when you actually once a project gets started, are you doing the installation? Do you partner up with engineering firms? What is sort of the actual onboarding process of getting these units on site?
Yeah, so there's two different ways that we can deliver this system, either in a 40-foot shipping container type of a scenario, or we can deliver it into existing or new infrastructure. So if we're delivering it in the shipping container type of a way, it's pretty easy for us to oversee. You know, we'll hire a general contractor, they'll drop it into place, and we'll oversee the hookup, and then we will conduct a performance test. Similar situation if it's going inside of a building, we'll hire a general contractor, we'll oversee the installation, and then we'll go through a startup phase.
That is exactly true. Sometimes they end up hiring their own contractors through an engineering firm, where the engineering firm, because a lot of times this is not a singular project, it's part of a suite of upgrades, and they're doing a lot of simultaneous work on site. And so they end up doing, where the engineer, the design consultant that they've hired, they're the ones that design the plans, make sure everything's going to fit, and they're the ones that supervise the contractors and hire.
Right. So it's even like a it's a construction site. So you end up with your head of contracting, and then you have subcontractors and all that sort of thing as well.
Yeah. And BioScrew is much more complicated and difficult to deal with than Clean Bee, but like Clean Bee's pre-modularization makes it very, very simple to put on site.
But the BioScrew is more of an infrastructure. There's infrastructure around that as well, right?
Yeah. There's many supportive unit processes that support our dryer that are necessary to be installed, and utilities as well.